So comfort break achieved. But look up ahead. There's this, someone filming me, filming the bridge. It's almost like a Victorian effect. I'm going to stop. Someone's going to stop. We can't film each other. Morning. A giant teddy bear, two giant teddy bears. Canoe and kayak hire. Oh, that's a King's Ransom. This is the place, this is the pub. And there is a space as well. Look at that. But I'm on a mission. So maybe this would be a place I could look at on the way back. And on this side, a theatre. Morning. Morning. This is the place to stop. There's one more on the end, so you're far away from the pub and the noise. I almost feel like pulling over there right now, because that is great. It almost feels too good to miss, because that looks like a lovely little city centre, town centre. Right now I think I'm past the last of the boats, so it's time to rev up. It would seem a shame, right, to make an early start, not mega early, but you know, an early-ish start, sort of get ahead of the pack, and then to stop at Stretford Marine and allow the chasing pack past me. But you're down, sometimes in these places it's down to 10 minutes making a difference between whether you find a place or somebody just takes the last spot and you have to turn around and come 8 miles back. So that, you know, if I seem as if anxiety is creeping in to my discourse, it sort of is. Now I'm hopeful, right? This is how cunning, this is how utterly cunning I am. You people have no idea. Because it's been 2 bank holiday weekends, right? There was the one before, which is the early May bank holiday, and then the one just gone, which was the Coronation bank holiday. So I think everybody's going to be bank holidayed out. They're going to be holidayed out, basically. And I think it'll be like really quiet. But other boaters, believe it or not, are just as cunning as me, and they might think the same thing. So at this very moment, there could be 30 boats speeding towards Manchester city centre, because there's another route in, and get there before me, which would break my poor little boater's heart. There's an old expression, the plans of boaters, well, it's sailors, the plans of sailors are written in the sand at low tide. Nothing's ever totally set in stone with boating plans. I'm not getting the sort of responses I'm looking for here. The people of sail are disappointing me. A couple of little tiny narrowboats. No tiny windows and a cassette toilet on the bow. An artificial grass on the roof. You sense there's a story there. I don't know whether there must be leaves. They're not lilies or anything, are they? Are they lilies? Are they? Oh yeah, no, they're naturally growing water plants, aren't they? And they're all along for quite a way ahead as well. I think this is the M60 here. This is the M60 we're crossing under, the massive motorway that runs in a sort of a giant circle around Manchester. I've just seen an animal. I've just seen an animal on that side. Could it have been like a very large rat? Anyway, listen, we need to get some speed on it. Like, most people aren't paranoid like me. You know what I mean? Most people are sort of sensible about risks. Yeah, they're not scaredy cats. Right, Stretford Marine is about 1.5 miles away. So this is the Watch House. It's not a pub, it's the Watch House Cruising Club. Do you know, this doesn't look that scary a place, to be honest. And it looks as if there are rings here. So it looks as if you could potentially moor on these rings as a guest. So it is starting to get a little bit more sort of gritty. I'm past the moored boats, foot down. Let's do this. So this is the place you don't stop. Is this canal, this stretch of it, is it as dangerous as you imagine it might be? And the woman didn't elaborate. She didn't say you'll have your throat cut or, you know, there were no deadly threats. But she just said, don't moor. She said, do not moor until you get into Castlefield basin, the basin. And that's the kind of wording I take seriously. So they're erecting an impressive looking, if rather drab, building here. But it is always a steel framework. It's got to be a steel framework. It just makes sense. So what am I even bitching about? Like I care about buildings anyway. Morning. Might be like waterside apartments. So I don't even care about buildings. Why am I even speculating? Do you know why, right? Because this is a long cruise and I'm stood here for hours at the tiller, and you sort of occupy your mind with all sorts of triviality, as you've seen. So the sun, anyway, look, the good thing is, right, and people are going to disagree with me, but from my point of view, the good thing is the sun's buggered off. So we're into the proper urban area now. This is the proper urban sprawl. This is the kind of place where if you have engine failure, I mean, you know, touch wood, I don't even like talking about it. That's how paranoid I am. I don't even like raising the subject. But if you had engine failure or prop issues or something went wrong, you would have to sort yourself out pretty damn quick. You don't want to be here at night. Actually, and why am I going slow still? I'm way past the moored boats. My quick map check. So I would say once we leave Stretford Marina, probably about at most 5 miles. So that's a 2-hour run. There won't be moored boats. Nobody would dare moor there. Yeah, it's crazy this. I'm so not used to this kind of, you know, proper urban. But I feel a time pressure here to get into Manchester. Stretford Marine is somewhere up ahead on the left, and there are boats brave enough to moor here, so it's not as crazy. It's not like Mad Max post-apocalypse world. This looks like the place you stop. Although no, it's not, is it? You stop for water here, but I don't want water. Hi mate, yeah, just some diesel. Yeah. Do I stop here? Yeah. Central line. Sorry mate. Yeah. No. Do I stop here for the fuel, yeah?
Look, give me this back road.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Sorry? Yes, please, yeah, just some diesel. And I've got a couple of bags of rubbish I wouldn't mind getting rid of. Can I get down to the bins as well?
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's why I always fasten that one.
yeah. She'll do, won't it? And so I'm just visiting, and there's hardly any bins the whole length of the bloody
No, there's
canal.
not. There's
And I
not on the
believe-
Bridgewater now.
Yeah, I got told that the bins at Castlefield are also out of order. So you've not even got bins there.
They've no bins there, and they've no. There's an Elsan facility and a water point,
Yeah.
and the water. There's always a massive boat moored in front of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Llangollen's lovely in the winter though, you know. It's lovely, honestly.
I heard it's shallow. I won't like that.
If it's a normal draft, I think you'll be alright, you know, because the fuel boat does okay. And that's a deep draft one. So if they can do it, I reckon you could do it too. Got about a month and a half's worth of rubbish because I've been visiting the Bridgewater. There's no bins. And I was thinking, I can't go into Castlefield. It's alright, I'll do that. I can't go into Castlefield with all this rubbish on board. Ugh.
You want to carry that bag?
Oh no, mate, listen, you don't have to do that, it's fine.
I'm not working here.
Oh, thank you, sir. I know, but do you want me to get one so one doesn't fall off?
No. That one's not.
Right.
Hey, you won't forget me in the run, will you?
I certainly won't. But listen, thank you very much.
No, where do you want to go?
I'm going into Castlefield, I think, see if I can get a space.
Right, it might be a bit hard, that.
But I'll just have to give it a... You've got to give it a go, haven't you? So, but thanks for all your help anyway. Much appreciated. I'll see you again. Take care. Do you want me to go that way?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries. I'll cut in behind.
The wind's just pushing us.
The wind's a bit naughty as well, isn't it?
Well, this boat's going, it's got no water, it's dead light.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I didn't realise I was...
alright. It's alright.
I wouldn't have pushed off.
They still do it.
You never stop learning with these things, honestly. Right. Okay. Right, I've left the boat. I'm in absolute confusion. Can you see that small boat? They're doing an evergreen. Thankfully, they're only about 20 feet long. They tried to pull up in front of me on the small wharf. It's a long story. Now they're across the canal, the wind's got them because it's blowing straight at us, so it's tending to turn them sideways and blow them backwards, and I think they're fairly new. It's that nightmare scenario of being caught by the wind across the canal when you're new. So, well, I must say, the guys there at Stretford Marine are absolutely top quality. So, we've left there, now foot down, basically foot down, and as the great Robbie Cummings would say, let's crank it. No prisoners. I was worried about taking the rubbish into Manchester with me, A, because there was so much of it, and I was thinking there's going to be rats in there, and of course they chew holes in your bag and your rubbish is, next thing your rubbish is all over the floor. It's getting me down even thinking about it, but none of that happened. It looks like I've got an option of going under a bridge or round a bend. Right, I'm going right, yeah. There's an option up ahead. And where would that take me? That would take me, oh, that would take me round to Lee and Wigan, so that's it, the Lee branch. If I was going round towards Lee and Wigan and Leeds and Liverpool, I would follow that. I would go down that branch there. But I'm doing no such thing. I'm chancing the big city, the bright lights. Now this is very impressive. This is impressive now. Massive long stretch. The way I'm headed is straight into the metropolis. And normally that would scare the shit out of me, to be quite honest with you, but we have a safe haven in Castlefield Basin. I'm not expecting to see many boats. I've not seen a single, that boat behind me was the first moving boat I've seen today, and the guys at Stretford Marine have said they've not seen any boats either. So far my cunning plan of making my pouncing on Manchester, I'm literally pouncing on Manchester, of doing that after the bank holiday, that plan seems to have paid off. Fingers crossed, touch wood, the whole thing. The slightly worrying thing is when I mentioned I was going to the basin, his face fell a little bit and he went, oh, that's going to be difficult, isn't it? And this is a man with local knowledge. So, but for now, I don't care. The hills are alive. That's a terrible singing voice, isn't it? It's just, I'm getting that sort of, there must be the width of the canal here. It's really wide, and there's not a boat in sight, and it's open aspect. And it's given me that Titanic feeling, not the feeling of the sinking bit, but where he stands at the front and he says, I'm the king of the world, I'm the king of the Bridgewater. I think we are. This is where you don't want prop trouble. You don't want touch wood, touch everything, no prop trouble. Where's you gone? Hey guys. Sometimes, you know, people look at you bimbling along on the canal, and you can almost sense like there's an envy going on. And I totally get it. If there is, I do get it. It just looks like the most laid back lifestyle you can imagine, and in some ways it is. But what they don't know is, if I don't find a spot in Castlefield Basin, I'm basically going to get me throat cut by 10 PM. Let's get a little bit more footage of this huge iconic football ground. And you know, you can imagine, as a person who sort of grew up in Liverpool, I don't have a massive amount of love or affection for this particular ground. And whatever else you say about Alex Ferguson, what a manager that man was. What a manager of men. He was the real deal, he really was. Just a shame he managed that shower. Sorry, don't want to go there, we're not going there. I hope, right, I'm slightly nervous. I can hear a slightly different note in the engine. I'm hoping it's maybe because I'm getting a rebound off of these high walls, or it's affecting the acoustics. Because I don't want to think, I don't even want to think about the possibility of an engine issue in this place. It's at times like this where you think, I'm glad I'm keeping on top of the engine servicing intervals. Just got a wave off a guy walking over the bridge. It's interesting, in Sale, in very posh Sale, I didn't. Well, I actually like Manchester, and I like Mancunians. Down below me there's a basin of some sort, I think that's the ship canal. It looks like the ship canal, or maybe it's an offshoot of it. It's an impressive town, Manchester. There's a lot of it, and you have to hand it to the place. It's impressive. They've got a lot of culture, a lot of restaurants, bars, theatres. They've got a lot going on, you know. 1 mile, oh my god, 1 mile to Castlefield Basin. Honestly, I can hardly believe it. Left to my own devices, I wouldn't have bothered. But it was only after I met up with Richard, and he said he was going through this way, and so a youngster just said hello there. Youngsters just don't normally do that. They're normally like too cool for school, you know what I mean? But he's just let on, brilliant. The kids are okay around here. I'm not sure if some of them would be okay with a Liverpoolian accent, but we'll have to see. And I need to look at the map because there's a confluence of waterways and basins around there, and I've got to kind of make sure that I go the right way. So the way it's going to be, there's going to be a couple of docks on the left. There's going to be a straight ahead option which gets you heading towards some locks, I think, is it? And there's a sharp right, and it's that sharp right. Thankfully, when I get there, I'll see, you know, it looks potentially confusing looking at this, but when I get there, I'll get it. From the canal, it's not like the most attractive city centre you'll ever see, but like that's not what it's about, you know. The Mancunians themselves will tell you this isn't Rome we're heading into here, you know. This is an industrial working, it's like the capital of the north. But anyway, so I can't help but theorise about my chances of getting a space here. I would have liked to have seen some boats coming this way because it means some have left the basin. There's 2 routes you can take out of the basin. No, there's only one, isn't there? There's one route out on the far side going up through those 9 locks. Looks like in this area lots of housing developments. I'm not a massive fan, you know, of the style of some of those. That one's nice, I like that. Lots of good on that other one. They should consult me next time. This is quite but I've got to take the camera off again, look. This is quite an impressive sight here. There's a line of pigeons, I guess. Yeah. And I hope they don't do anything naughty. Their backsides are over the road, so that's good. But it's quite a sight. And I think, oh no, they just did. You little bastards. That is unbelievable. I've just been shat on. Oh no, probably just the bridge leaking, sorry. Yeah, something hit me on the head, right, as I went underneath the bridge. I'm hoping it was a leak. I think if it was bird poo, there'd be more of it. So I think I'm okay. This is amazing though, look at this. Office and apartment blocks. There's a big railway bridge in the background. It's like this weird combination of Victorian architecture with the railway bridge over there and these modern office blocks. Strange higgledy-piggledy contrast, but it's not unpleasant. There's a little dead end in there. I've got to be really on it now. Okay, I want to film, but there's a little office block there. And there's the big railway arches up ahead. But up ahead is where those two boats are in the distance. That's where kind of shit gets real. There should be a dock, sorry, on my left. Then I go to the right. Keeping the map handy. Let there be a space, for God's sake. Let there be a space. That's one arm there, or dock. I called it a dock. There's another one coming up ahead on the left, which is where the water points and the rubbish are, that way. Then there's a straight on, but I don't take that. There's a sharp right. There should be a sharp right according to the map. I'm going to slow down even more. So the water point and the rubbish are reputedly down there. That straight ahead is the first lock. You know, I'm not seeing any spaces yet. Got to stay optimistic. That's the first lock of the Rochdale 9. And here, this is Castlefield Basin. So far, I'm not seeing space. Got to stay optimistic. This is the final bit of the arm. It's going to curve round to the left. I'm going to be so disappointed if there's not a space. But it is looking busy, isn't it? Right, I think there could be a space here. Private property, no mooring. I think there's a spot. Yes, there is. stay clear of these boats, but look at this. I'm not sure which is the best. I've got options on both sides. I've got an option here. Is this rings? As well. That was embarrassing. Finally, we're pointing the right way.
Charlie kept saying, "You can't do this." But why? But why?
So here we are, stopped. It's not even 1 o'clock. There were a couple of spaces. So there's me, car park across the bay, some old industrial buildings, and there's the end of the basin arm thingy down there. Up above, office blocks, accommodation, etc. Lovely little place.